All right, so I apologize if I lack some sort of presence here. I'm not used to vlogging or making videos when I have something to say, but I couldn't imagine myself typing this all out. I'm not even sure if anyone's gonna listen. Um, what has me in this thought process is that I stumbled upon a link on my Facebook news feed. The link was presented by my aunt, my great aunt Teresa Stovall, who is a author. Um, the link it features a image of Governor Jan Brewer pointing in President Barack Obama's face. Now, accompanying this image is an article titled "A Teachable Racial Moment on Fingers Pointed in Black Faces." The article is written by a woman named Honoree Fanon Jeffers, and I could be completely butchering that. Um, Now, my issue with this article is really that it is almost like, if I could paraphrase it, it's almost like it serves as a warning to white people why they should be really careful about how they regard black people, especially considering this whole pointing issue. If I could pull a quote, she says, and I'm quoting this now, because the finger point gesture establishes superiority. The gesture is even worse if a white person does it to a black person, due to the history in this country of white supremacist violence and cultural demeaning of black folks. Now, I'm not going to say I completely disagree with that, but at the same time, I am going to say that I don't think that African American people or culture should need to be placated because of a history. Now, I'm going to use the word my history and our history. I don't want anybody to be confused. Yes, I associate myself with African American culture and history despite the pale complexion of my skin. I could get into that all day long and why that is the case, but I don't have time for it. Just know that that's what I identify myself as. So with that being said, no, I don't feel like we should be placated, and I don't feel like people should be putting on kid gloves because of the history of African Americans. If you look throughout American history, many cultures, many races that are here in America now that have come from migrated countries and everything else, a lot of people have hard histories. History is something that should be learned from. It's something that we should grow from. It is something that kind of forms the root of who we are, but it is not an excuse, and it isn't something that needs to be a part of why we should have some sort of special treatment. There was a a metaphor that the author of that article, Miss Jeffers, I'll just call her, the author of the article used a metaphor. She says sort of like she has a disliking for egg whites. So she thinks that white people should treat or be careful of black people, especially, like I said, regarding this pointing finger thing, because, as an example, her mother made an egg salad, and no, she doesn't like egg whites, so she made her a special potato salad with no egg whites in it because she's catering to this need. She doesn't like egg whites, so she made me a special salad with no egg whites. In my family, if you don't like something and it's presented to you, you either don't eat it or what? Or you eat it and you smile. No one's making you a special fucking salad. The way that she was trying to compare this to society and saying that, oh, white people, you really gotta not put your fingers in black people's face because we don't like that. That to me was more demeaning and degrading than anything else. In fact, she literally said something to the degree of that Obama would have been the one to feel threatened in this situation because he could have probably suspected that Jan Brewer would play the race card and da-da-da. Obama doesn't need to feel threatened. All of you people who want to play the race card on this, don't speak for my president. Don't speak for my president, because I sincerely feel like he probably would have just brushed his shoulders off. Now I've done some reading on this whole Governor Jan Brewer and the pointing situation. And, so I'm not completely ignorant at this point in time because I brushed up on it. Now, allegedly, what went on was that maybe Obama had something to say with how Jan Brewer regarded him in a book that she had written. And maybe he did, come off as being testy. Who knows? Who cares? I also seen a video where Jan Brewer was defending herself about the finger pointing thing, and she was saying, oh, he wanted to talk about amnesty, and I wanted to talk about securing borders, and we'll just have to agree to disagree, and I like to talk with my hands, and maybe I was just talking with my hands. Okay, who cares? Maybe the truth is that she is a older, proud white woman, and maybe she was trying to degrade the president because somewhere in her warped sense of knowledge, it's okay to degrade black men when you're an old white woman. Maybe that's the case. That doesn't make it right. It's definitely not right. But it's not right or wrong because she's black or white. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's wrong for you to point at somebody else who is your equal, especially if your intentions are to degrade them. Period. Don't say, oh, don't, please, white people, don't point at us because we're black, because we get our feelings hurt by that because of our history. Get that shit out of here. Fuck that. Don't speak for me. I don't need you to placate me. You point in my face and it's going to be on. You point in my face and you're trying to degrade me, it's going to be on. Now, back to the whole pointing thing. That's, as far as body language is concerned, from what I know, especially in American culture, most people find that offensive. Most people of various races and cultures find that offensive. But if you want to educate yourself on finger pointing, actually it isn't supposed to be an implication of someone being superior to you. It's actually an implication of blame. Hence the term, don't point the finger at me when you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't point the finger at me. I don't want the blame. It's somebody blaming you, not saying that they're superior to you. But either way, I get that feeling too. When people point their finger at me, I'm like, well, do you think that you're better than me? But it's not about black and white. And making it a black and white issue, it doesn't make us any stronger as a race of people. It doesn't make us any more empowered as a race of people. And it sure doesn't make the president any more empowered as a president. He didn't need to pull the race card. You know who might have needed to pull the race card? Jan Brewer. Jan Brewer might have needed to say, oh, look at this black man in my face. Oh, he's being testy. She might have needed to, but not our president. So don't do it for him. That's all I have to say. Bye.